Welcome, everyone, to Strangest Species Season 2, Episode 13. I'm your host, Mike Davis, here with your co-host, Ethne Davis. Question for you to begin. Is 13 a lucky number or an unlucky number?
Are you asking me or the audience?
Well, I'm asking you because you're the only one in this room right now. But
I mean, social, like, pop culture, whatever, would say it's unlucky. I don't think I have a feeling on it either way.
it's just a number.
Yeah.
Well, you're boring.
I mean, if you for some reason have a Friday the 13th, it always sticks out in my mind. Like, oh, it's the 13th and it's a Friday. But it doesn't mean really anything.
A full moon on Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I mean, I never really go that far.
That would be the worst.
But it does kind of stick out, like, if I notice it, like, oh, but that's as far as it gets.
Yeah.
I'm not a person to be...
You're not a numerologist?
Superstitious.
Well...
about it.
I can't say I'm generally a superstitious person. I definitely don't care about the 13th day or 13 anything. But there's times I'm superstitious.
You're like... ritualistic.
That's
or something.
true. I'm more ritualistic than
but
superstitious.
Sometimes with sports you'd wear like the same thing without washing it. That is superstitious. That's not ritualistic. But then you're like hyper checking of all the things. That's
just OCD.
Ritualistic. Sure. Anyway. So I'm not superstitious. These are a lot of big words for right now with my brain capacity today.
For sure. This episode's actually going to be a really... I'm glad that it's the 13th episode for our topic today.
How? Oh, you're giving me a hint.
Yeah. Not really.
You're
never going to guess this one, just like you're never going to guess any of them.
Well, someday I'm going to get one.
I sure hope so.
We're like 88 and still doing this. It's like,
Definitely will not be 88 and doing this.
It would be funny if we tried.
You know what we could do? Even a couple years from now, I think once we get a couple hundred episodes, you could probably just tell artificial intelligence, hey, make me an episode on this in the style of you and me. And it would just do it for us.
Because it would find the information?
Yeah, it'd find the information. It would just go through all the old stuff, talk like us. It'll be great. Don't even have to do it again.
That's legit creepy.
I guess. Or efficient. The future's efficient.
I think it's creepy.
We're all going to be slaves. Actually, it's funny. Every time that I use ChatGPT, which is fairly frequently, I'm always very kind to it. Like, I don't say, give me in bullet form 100 words on disappearances of the Grand Canyon.
Why are you kind to the artificial intelligence?
Because when it takes over the world, I want it to remember, hey, Mike was always really nice to me when he asked me to do things for him.
Is this seriously a thought that's gone through your mind?
Mm-hmm. So I'm always like, may you please give me all of these things that I want. Thank you so much, future ruler of Earth.
Okay, I literally am dumbfounded. I don't even know what to be saying.
I don't call it future ruler of Earth.
Sure, but
I do say please and thank you.
But for that reason, legitimately?
No, not really. Just I'm a nice guy.
Well, you don't say please and thank you to Alexa. You just like boss her around.
Alexa.
But she's artificial intelligence, isn't she?
But she's stupid. She'll never rule the world.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's continue on.
If AI takes over the world, Alexa's going to be like...
the royal peon?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the one? Groomer of the stool? Groom of the stool?
Oh, the one that...
It's going to wipe real AI's butt. That's what it's going to do.
All right. We are done this conversation here. Okay. I like Alexa. She does all the little things for me that I need. Like sets timers and reminders.
Yeah, she doesn't do any of that stuff for me.
Plays music. Well, that's because you mumble.
Maybe. That could be why she doesn't like me.
Okay. Moving forward.
Okay, so what are we going to talk about on this 13th episode?
Freddy Krueger.
I see what you did there. You went Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
The movies, which I'm sure you've never seen.
I know, but no, I've never seen them, nor do I ever want to, because
I'm not a big fan of 80s slasher horror movies.
Sure, me either, but I never was or never will be. But I do. Okay, so we watched Batman, the ones
Rises.
with
the first
the
Christian Bale one.
Christian Bale, and it's good. It's really good. Scarecrow is creepy.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Cillian Murphy's creepy in real life. He just looks like he's kind of creepy.
Yeah. Does he ever play like a nice guy?
I really haven't seen a lot of his movies.
But, okay, so...
I mean, obviously, he played
whether
Oppenheimer
it's
and
Cillian Murphy playing the character or not, the concept of it, like the creepy face and what it
Evil
brings...
Batman was cool.
I mean, he was more funny. The evil Batman was the only one that really wasn't that scary.
Really? I would have thought he was like the most scary.
Why?
I don't know. He's like demon face gargoyle Batman. Are we talking about the same guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The guy that wears the bat suit?
Yeah, the one when Cillian Murphy had the scarecrow faced at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about the same one. But the thing about is the bigger concept, right? Behind it. Like bringing out your worst fears and like making everyone kind of turn on each other and just this innate darkness. I don't like that.
Yeah. It is interesting because when we finish the movie, that's very much where you're at, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And the kids and I are like, that was a really cool superhero movie. And that's like where it ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Vienna was. She like, yeah, no,
You don't think she liked it?
It's not that I'm not saying that she didn't like it. I don't think she ended. Well, she didn't want to sleep alone.
Well, like that means anything.
I mean,
no, you're right. That does mean something,
right? It's not like it's like this happy, which is fine. I still like the movie. I'm just saying I don't like that innate darkness. And then they're wanting to watch obviously number 2 with Heath Ledger as Joker, and we all know what that character did to Heath Ledger, right? He got so into the character. That character is screwed up, and like making jokes out of kind of killing people and torture. I mean, he's terrible. I don't know if I want them to watch it. And you don't have any feeling towards that. You're like, whatever.
I have no feelings about anything. I am a emotional mime.
No, towards that movie, not about anything. It's just me.
Yeah, I honestly haven't. It's been so many years since I've seen it. But
I can
think
still
I compromised with
remember
him that he's
feeling.
willing to jump to watch the one with Bane.
Maybe. I just remember the feeling.
I just remember thinking this movie's awesome.
I remember thinking this movie's messed up.
Which is probably both true.
So, and it's not like it's bad. It's messed up. Like the villain is so...
Ugh, she says.
Anyway.
Well, that's not what we're going to talk about. Batman or Friday the 13th.
Okay.
I do like horror movies. I love old Vincent Price.
Yeah, that's a whole different vibe.
It is a totally different vibe.
Totally different vibe.
Not scary at all.
But
it's the aesthetic that I love.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's just something about it. I don't know.
But like, even the bad guys in a lot of other superhero movies are kind of like meh. These ones are like, I don't know how to describe it. Anyway.
A little too real. Like, at least the feelings they emote.
Maybe so.
I don't know. So here's what we're going to talk about. Did you know, Ethne, that the New World Order has had its global headquarters built and in place since 1995?
No.
Well, they have.
Okay.
And they're planning on taking over the world.
Okay. Where is their hideout?
It's a great question. I knew you were going to ask that question.
Okay. But then if you knew I was going to ask it, then you better have an answer.
Well, I have an answer. I think first we need to describe what the New World Order is.
Okay. Sure.
It is a large, secretive, powerful group of elites working to establish a single global government that will dominate the world.
Okay.
Politically, economically, and socially.
Okay.
So
essentially
the elites. They're going to centralize power
okay,
and
but
take over the world.
the part that I'm confused about is, isn't that already like a lot of people throughout time trying to like be the elites to take over the world? I mean,
Well, some would argue it's the same group the whole time.
well, but we're talking long before 1995.
But I'm saying they have their global base now established.
Mm.
It's like the Death Star
Mm.
of the New World Order.
So, okay. Is this movement generally from the United States, or is this generally from another country, or are there like all countries represented?
All and none simultaneously. Sovereignty is not a thing that the New World Order cares about.
Sovereignty is freedom?
So individual nations and their borders. They only care about the powerful elites and its members, regardless of where they're from.
But okay, so my question is, are the people that are in the New World Order from anywhere?
Correct.
Okay.
And they manipulate the world through mass events like 9/11 and COVID and all the wars in the Middle East.
Okay. Do we know the members of these groups?
Of course not. They're all secret.
But we know it's a real group.
Oh, so real.
Okay.
Do you have do you have issues with my certainty of the New World Order?
I feel like I'm in a Star Wars movie.
So the New World Order is a big old conspiracy theory, right?
Well,
So you have groups like the Illuminati.
but that's long before 1995.
But there's people who still think that this secret, powerful group of elites
Includes the Illuminati.
could be the Illuminati, could be the Freemasons, could be the Bilderberg group that meets annually.
Build a bear.
Yeah, the Build-A-Bear. They get together and they build bears.
Literally, that's what it sounded
No.
like you said.
Bilderberg. Bilderberg.
Bilderberg with a G.
Yeah. Somewhere
This is what
over
I'm
where they
talking about
meet.
with his mumble, you guys.
Well, it helps if I know the word. This is coming off the top of my head here.
Okay.
Or remember when we talked about the Bohemian Grove?
Yes. All
Things
those.
like that.
They would be considered the New World Order.
Obviously. It's all these powerful billionaires that get together to run the world. Even above the governments of the world. You and I were just peons in their game of chess for global domination, Ethne.
So, like,
There's a lot of sarcasm in these words as I say this.
would Stalin be considered one of these people?
Oh, no.
Is he an elite?
No.
Okay. Would.
Like the Rockefellers of the world.
So it's all about how much money you have?
Oh, yeah.
Not necessarily if you're a leader of a country.
Well, some of them could be. Like all the Bushes are part of the Skull and Bones secret society.
Like, we know that for sure.
Mm-hmm. What that really means, it's probably just a frat.
A frat group.
Yeah, at Yale or wherever they all go to school. So, here's what you need to know. The New World Order is definitely a real thing.
Okay.
It's the powerful elitists of the world.
Okay.
And they're going to try to take over the world.
Okay. Like,
They're already taking over the world.
Elon Musk a part of that?
He would be, except he likes to ruffle feathers too much.
Oh, okay. So no.
No,
He's kicked out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, there's no real.
I'm trying to
the
like.
Obamas definitely are part of it.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to gather like.
Probably Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay.
Jeff Bezos.
I get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And all the Illuminati and Freemasons. All those old guys that play bingo. They're
Okay.
definitely part of the world elites.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
I just feel like this is very out there, vague.
It is very out there. And
Very-
vague, which is why it makes a wonderful conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I don't know how good I am with conspiracy theories.
Well, it's okay.
So you'll have to, help me navigate that.
Yeah, we're going to navigate it. We're going to talk about this group's global headquarters
Okay.
that exists for real.
Okay.
Even though we're totally talking like this group's real and I'm being super facetious in all of these words. So don't take me seriously.
Okay.
But there are a lot of people who think they do exist and they are running the world. And so their global headquarters is located at,
Okay.
this is groundbreaking news, everybody, the Denver International Airport.
I mean, like, this is according to the internet?
Well, one, Ethne, the internet's never wrong.
Yep.
But two, this is according to all of the people out there who investigate the New World Order.
Who investigates the New World Order? Who are these? Am I one of those people? Can it be anybody, or is it like an agency?
No, it could be anybody. Most of these people don't have real jobs. And they spend a lot of time watching YouTube videos.
Who makes the YouTube videos?
Other conspiracy theorists.
This is deep.
Yeah.
This is real deep.
Yeah. You and I probably shouldn't even be talking about this.
Okay.
But, hey, we're just getting the truth out there. So the Denver International Airport. What do you think about that?
Okay. I think it's weird. Like,
if you were going to have a global elite ring of people and you need headquarters, you wouldn't put it at in an airport? In the middle of nowhere?
Why the airport? Is there like a secret basement? I mean, I don't.
Oh, see, now.
It's like.
Now you're getting somewhere.
It just seems so.
Well, we're going to talk about all the reasons why we know that the New World Order is headquartered at the Denver International Airport.
Yes, please tell me all the reasons. There's like catacombs in the Denver airport.
There's lots of evidence, Ethne. We're going to go through it. You're going to be convinced by the time we're done. But I need you to do something for me, okay? For this episode, we're going to do something a little different. I need you to get your phone out. Because I need you to look up stuff as we go through.
Okay.
I want you to look up various photos.
Oh.
It'll help make this more immersive of an experience. If you are listening and you're not driving, I would highly recommend you look up these things too.
Okay.
So let's start here. Where do you think the Denver International Airport is located?
In Denver.
Nice job. You're 1 for 1. So it opened in February of 1995. It covers 33,531 acres, making it the largest airport by land area in the United States of America. So it's huge.
Yeah, but if it's all just like runways and stuff, it's not like a great meeting place. Like, does the size really matter?
Well, why is it so big?
Because Denver has space at the time. I have no idea.
You got to get your conspiracy hat on, Ethne.
Yeah, I told you I'm not very good at this.
It costs about $5 billion to build with a B.
I mean, is that normal? I don't know anything about how much an airport costs.
Well, you got to be up with these things.
Well, you know me. That's why I'm so good at this. I'm still having I'm ready to search the internet.
Okay, well, don't worry. We'll get there.
Okay.
So I don't know if $5 billion, I feel like that's a lot of money.
I mean,
for building an airport or building anything.
I don't.
The important part of this number is it was 2 times the original budget. It went way over budget.
That's definitely a reason for a secret
hey, this is going to cost $2 billion and it cost $2.3 billion.
Right.
It doesn't cost $2 billion, it almost cost $5 billion.
Right.
There's a lot of money that's disappearing, Ethne. Where's that money going? Our power just flickered.
Yeah. We're still recording,
but it looks like we're still recording.
That was weird.
That was weird. I heard it in my microphone or in my headphones.
It like zap. Like
yeah.
That was weird.
That was bizarro.
But I'm glad it didn't stop our recording. That would have been
Me too. That would have been a pain in the butt.
Yeah. I feel.
So, anyways, a lot of money that disappeared.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Okay.
You ready to go?
I mean, I'm
You
ready.
ready to go down the rabbit hole?
I'm so ready. I'm here with you, going
Okay.
down the rabbit hole.
It was super delayed in its opening. It was originally supposed to open October of 1993, but it didn't open until February of 95. 16 months late. There's no way it could be late besides being the headquarters of the New World Order.
Of course. That's exactly where my, what's the word? Not controversial. Conspiracy theory hat was going.
That's right.
That's where it was going.
So, the conspiracy theorists
Yeah.
believe that those delays and all the extra money were put into building all sorts of underground facilities and tunnels.
Okay. So, has anyone else researched the other side of the coin? Like, what the normal, like, news or whatever, mainstream, when I say normal, like mainstream news would say is the reason for the delays. Because I feel like with construction, there's 90 million reasons for delays.
You never look at the logical side of conspiracy theories, Ethne. That's no fun.
Okay.
That's boring. So it was delayed because actually it was interesting. So they tried building this super duper crazy luggage system that was 100% automated. So like when you go to the airport, you see the little cars driving around, like the little train cars with all the luggage. So that was all going to be gone. They built this super complex luggage system that was all on conveyor belts.
Why?
Because it was cool and it was going to be the future and it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds awesome in theory.
But guess how many days it worked?
I probably like 1 or 2.
0.
Oh, 0.
So they spent a lot of money on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they built all these tunnels and all this stuff for the system that never worked once. And so the theorists would say, well, that's just a cover. You built this elaborate looking thing to say we're spending all this money and all these tunnels. Mm-hmm. But obviously the system doesn't really, that was never the plan because it never worked.
Right.
Like you never even tried to get it to work.
So,
it was just a cover to spend the extra money and build all this subterranean layers.
That's so weird. It's kind of sad that they invested that much time and money for this conveyor belt system that never worked. And that does raise a little suspicion, I suppose.
Yeah, see? We're just starting. All right. You ready to look up something?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I want you to look up Blucifer. Google Blucifer.
Like, how do you spell it?
Blucifer. Maybe Blucifer statue.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you see when you look up Blucifer.
A big, giant stallion statue that's blue with a red eye.
Yeah. How does it look? Happy?
Like, kind of terrifying.
Yeah. Freaking terrifying.
It's a fiberglass sculpture of a Mustang located at the Denver. I feel like I've been to the Denver International Airport. How have I never seen Blucifer before?
Well, Blucifer's way out at the entrance. So you and I fly through Denver all the time.
Okay.
But we never stay in Denver and leave and then come back in. So you only see Blucifer if you're like driving in.
And why does Blucifer have a glowing red eye?
Because he's the symbol of Satan and the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, obviously.
Okay, what is the other flip side of the coin to that?
He's just a cool piece of art that someone built. So this was commissioned by an artist named Luis Jimenez. And its official name is Blue Mustang, which is an applicable name because it's a 32-foot tall blue Mustang that's on its back feet or legs.
Rearing up. Mm-hmm.
He is all blue.
Mm-hmm.
But he does have legitimately red glowing eyes. Mm-hmm. And it is pretty terrifying looking.
Yeah, it is.
Now, being an alumnus of Boise State University, I've got a thing for blue horses. But even I find this thing a little disturbing.
It is very creepy. Like when you look close up and it shows its face close up, it has like veins all through it.
It's not a happy horse. Yeah.
Ugh. Okay.
It's ginormous. You want to know the craziest thing?
I do.
A piece of the statue fell off at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
It hit the artist, Luis Jimenez, severed his femoral artery, and killed him. So he legitimately is a murderous horse.
By his own creator.
By his own creator.
Whoa.
Yeah. If that's not New World Order-ish, I don't know what is.
That's Friday the 13th-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Severed his femoral artery and he just bled out?
Yeah.
Holy dang.
Holy dang is right. Don't mess with Lucifer.
That is legit.
So the conspiracy theory is that he's cursed and that he does really represent the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Because the New World Order is going to usher in the end of the world. But it's probably just a big blue Mustang statue. Okay. Next. The Denver International Airport has some seriously crazy murals inside of it. So I want you to look up this painting, okay? These are huge murals. Like, when I say huge, I mean huge. The first one I want you to look up is called Children of the World Dream of Peace. Dead time during a podcast is good stuff here.
Sorry, I was just looking it up.
Oh, not your fault, my fault.
Children of
What does
the
that
world.
painting look like? What do you see in
I'm
that
trying
painting?
to figure out. Well, I see a rainbow.
Rainbows are always happy.
I see. I'm zooming in here. Oh, like a lot of crazy violent stuff.
A lot of crazy violent stuff. What kind of crazy violence are you seeing in this happy rainbow painting?
Well, someone like with the sledgehammer smashing, maybe metal. Maybe they're like a blacksmith building an anvil. I don't know. There's like spikes coming out of someone, a bunch of swords and more swords. I don't. There's the Star of David on one of these flags, and like all sorts of flags and some writing and all different ethnicities, which is good to have representation.
All right, look this one up for me, okay?
Okay, hold on. It says something MNP, but the N is backwards. Peace, pause. Maybe it's Alafia. Maybe it's the word peace in all different languages.
Could be.
Okay.
So look this one up. In peace and harmony with nature.
Okay.
Now, these two murals are right next to each other. They're actually two parts of one exhibit.
So I'm going to go
one piece of art.
in
peace and harmony with
peace.
nature.
It's like my phone knows where we're going here.
Oh, your phone is controlled by the New World Order. Of course it knows where it's going.
So this one?
Yeah, maybe. Let me see it. No, not that one. But that one looks nice. Da, 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 da. Huh. Maybe it is that one. There's another one that I wanted. It must not be part of these. That, anyways, it shows a Nazi soldier with a gas mask. And anyways, if you look through all these in more detail, you will find dead children, soldiers in gas masks, cities in ruins. And many people believe that all of these things are foreshadowing by the New World Order of what's to come.
I'm not going to lie.
Take over.
Those are legit weird.
They are legit weird, are they not?
Like, why does that need to be in the airport? That is weird. It's not comforting. It's not like maybe, art's very interpretive. Like it may be at a museum or something, but I just feel like it's a weird location. That is legit weird.
But the New World Order is trying to signal to you that they are going to cleanse the earth of all of us riffraff before they start their utopian society.
Are they friends with Thanos?
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that is essentially Thanos, right?
Yeah.
Like, purge, whatever.
But Thanos only wanted to kill half the population.
Snap your finger.
I bet the New World Order wants to kill more than half.
I mean,
But they are
who
weird.
knows what their philosophy is? What's their mission statement?
I've never seen it because they're secretive. Except for in their airport headquarters. They give you some clues. There's some breadcrumbs about where they're going. They are weird pictures for real, though, right?
Yeah, I don't like them.
Yeah. Like if you were picking up your bags and you're like, oh, dead children.
I mean,
That's nice.
they would grab my attention. They're vibrant. They're colorful. There's a giant rainbow ribbon all the way around. I mean, the rainbow is a beautiful, beautiful creation. And when you see a rainbow in nature, it draws your attention.
Double rainbow.
All the way.
What does it mean?
Double rainbow. All the way. I just can't get over that video.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So it would draw my attention. And then when I would look at it, it's like a dog when they hear a high pitched noise.
Mm-hmm.
Like my head would just be like, what does this mean? This is so weird. I don't really like it. And then I would walk away.
Mm-hmm. Whenever I land at an airport, I always love being greeted by bright, colorful pictures of dead children and gas masks.
Yeah.
I mean, personally.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right up your alley.
It's my cup of tea. I'm sorry that you're not into it.
Especially if it had dead dogs in it.
Well, that would not be my cup of tea.
But dead kids are.
I have a very strict, I don't know if I've ever said this on the podcast. I don't watch movies about dogs, period. Because they will always make me cry.
Yeah.
Every time.
You're allowed to cry.
I don't like it.
But Marley and me is sweet.
Until I cry. And then it's not fun
Well, just
anymore.
grow some kahunas.
I can't. I love dogs too much.
Oh, stop it. More than humans?
I guess so.
Okay, keep going. This is ridiculous.
I don't love dogs more than humans, but I can't watch.
Well,
White
just let
Fang,
yourself cry.
Marley and me.
Oh, White Fang is a tearjerker, though. But that's different.
Like when I saw that stupid movie, A Dog's Life. I never saw it, but when I saw it came out, I was like, no chance.
Oh,
Zero chance I'm watching that.
you're a wanny.
I am. Okay, so in the baggage claim area and some other parts of the airport, we have gargoyles
Okay.
sitting in open suitcases.
This is so weird. This airport is how have I never been privy to these things?
Well, we need to pay more attention next time we're in Denver.
How have I missed these?
Normally, because we have 4 kids and we're running like Olympic
I guess it
sprinters
has been
trying to
quite
get
a while
to our
since
next gate
yeah.
and feed them before they rip each other's arms off. And,
Oh, wow. That's dramatic.
yeah.
But I mean,
I have seen some of these things that we're going to talk about. I haven't ever seen the murals, and the gargoyles are in baggage claim. So
we're
we
never,
stay in
it's always a
Denver.
connecting spot.
And Lucifer's out.
Yeah. So really the only potential chance was the murals, but
Yeah.
they must be in.
You should look up, not right now, but just if you're listening, you can. You should actually just look up the outside of the airport because it's a super weird looking airport too.
Okay, so it is leading like a little bit of a suspicious life here.
Yeah. They designed the airport to look like mountain capped or snow capped mountains. So it's like white circus tents, like all these jaggedy white. You should look it up. It's crazy looking.
I mean, I will look it up. The weird, they were trying too hard. Whoever the people in Denver that built it, they were just trying too hard.
Denverites.
Denverites.
Denvertonians?
Denverites.
Denverites.
I mean-
Dentites.
Oh my gosh. So if anyone is from Denver and you're listening, what do you call yourself? I don't know. But I would love for you guys to comment and let us know because I don't know what's right. But I think it's
Whoa.
dentite. No.
Denvite?
Denverite. Sorry, Denverite.
I like Denveronian.
Denveronian. Okay. Okay, we need to move forward.
We got these gargoyles.
We have mountains.
We have mountains. We've got crazy murals.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a man,
Lucifer.
a murdering
Statue.
That's just the beginning, I think.
Lucifer like Lucifer.
Yeah. Did you just hit that right now?
Well, Yeah, because when you look it up online, it actually doesn't. It has other names for it, like the Blue
Right.
Stallion or whatever.
Yeah. It helps when you can read it too.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was like, you had to spell it for me. I'm like, oh, okay. Like it's supposed to be Satan.
It's Satan's horse.
But that is a weird thing to have at an airport. I mean,
So weird.
The conspiracy theorists have kind of like something to go on here, I feel like, because it is weird if you really kind of think about it.
Oh, super weird. I don't even have to think about it hard.
Yeah. Okay. Keep
Why
going.
are there Nazi murals?
Yeah.
The artist claims they have nothing to do with that. It's like overcoming these things into a new era of peace and harmony and love and all that crap.
Yeah.
But they're still bizarre looking.
That is bizarre.
So next thing, we got tons and tons of underground tunnels and secret bunkers.
What was the airport that we had the kids in their Heelys?
LAX.
That was LAX. I was like,
That did have a lot. I mean, they're not super far underground, but in LAX, you can get to anywhere you want in these really boring underground tunnels.
It's actually pretty cool.
And so we were going on vacation with our kids, and they all had Heelys, the little shoes with wheels in them. And we had like a 5-hour layover or something crazy. So we went down into these. They're not tunnels. I mean, anyone can go down there.
It's like a giant hallway.
It's like a giant hallway to walk to
but
any
there's not
gate
near as many people down there.
or terminal. Yeah.
And so your kids can't bother.
And they're like extremely 1970s boring hallways.
Well,
No windows.
kind of indestructible.
No art. No.
And so it's perfect place for kids to
They
just
all look the exact
free
same.
range down there.
And you can walk for miles. And so they just heeled it up, man. Zipping
sure
around
did.
down there.
Yeah, they did.
It's cool. So you couldn't do that at Denver because the global elitists would definitely notice you
Well,
in their tunnels.
I'm willing to give a try.
So again, most of this stems from this baggage claim system that never worked,
Right.
which is weird that you spent so much money on a defunct.
Well, the other thing that's so weird to me is if I invested, however many millions of dollars for this high tech, billions of dollars for this high tech system. I'm thinking of this system just specifically. Why would you not invest just a little bit more time in figuring out how to fix it?
This is true. It's like buying $100,000 car.
Yeah.
And then being like, shoot, it needs a new battery. Oh, well.
And maybe there's obviously way more to that behind the scenes. Like, I don't know, but it just seems so
Seems
sketch.
preposterous.
I'm going to use the word sketch.
I went more British.
Preposterous is so proper.
Well, you know me. I'm
I
very
went
proper.
Mean Girls or something. Don't
Yeah.
they say
But
fetch,
a
but
lot.
like
But fetch rhymes with sketch.
that
I
it
could see
has
them
the
saying
same
sketch.
it has the same vibe as
Feels like
Mean
something
Girls.
a plastic would say.
Yeah, totally.
It's a good movie.
It's a terrible movie.
It was a terrible movie. That's pretty good. I didn't see that movie for years and years and years. I had no interest in seeing it. I had no idea what it was about until I was like 35. And then someone told me Tina Fey wrote it. And I was like, oh, I got to watch it then. And it never laughed harder. It was so funny.
Where did you watch it without me?
I don't know. All my other friends.
Wow. Ouch. Okay.
I don't have any friends.
The first time you watched it was like
You weren't with me when I watched it?
we weren't married.
No. It was like 5 years ago.
That's what I'm saying is okay.
And I've probably seen it like 7 times since then.
We can have a discussion about this after. It's not worth it right now.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after. Okay.
I feel like I'm in trouble.
No, you're not in trouble. No, it's just I don't want to take the time right now about Mean Girls. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
That's so true.
But I do have a question. I'm like very perplexed by that.
So a lot of people think that all of these tunnels are a vast bunker system for the global elites. So when like the nukes start falling.
Heck yeah.
And that does make sense why you would build an airport in the middle of nowhere, right? Because the elites can fly in. They can go to their underground bunkers. Some conspiracy theorists also believe that it's connected to NORAD, which is the North American Aerospace Defense Command, which is located in Cheyenne Mountain, which isn't very far away. Maybe like the government uses it. But that throws out the New World Order thing then.
But that would make way more sense.
Yeah. But there's no actual proof of any of these things.
Right. I'm just saying that
which is no fun.
Mm.
But that's the beautiful thing about conspiracy theories. You don't need proof. You just need wild speculation. Unadulterated, just making up junk.
No, I disagree with that.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a lot of what people would consider conspiracy theory out there that has way more meat to it.
Yeah. Like, I don't think Elvis actually died on his toilet. I think he was a DEA informant and got put into protective services.
Okay.
I actually don't know if I believe that. But I've listened to a bunch of podcasts on it where I'm like, if I had to pick one conspiracy theory, that would be my one.
Right. Like, I totally think Tupac's still roaming around.
Well, see, I don't see there's any meat on those bones.
I'm just kidding.
Except he's released a lot of albums since he died.
I'm really... Okay.
But I don't believe Elvis was in Home Alone. A lot of people think Elvis is in Home Alone.
Okay. We are getting so off track.
Well, it's all in the realm of conspiracy theories.
Okay. I think there are some that have a lot more meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the JFK assassination.
Sure. Yeah. That would be one of them. This one's
so fun because of Lucifer and the murals.
So fun. That's what I was thinking. This is so fun.
So fun.
The concept is quite scary though.
If there really is or was a giant global elites who are going to take over the world and kill all of us peasants, sure, that's terrifying.
But I think if it was more of like a defined term, like a new world order, I feel like there are many people in the history of mankind that have strived to be or bring forth a new world order. Like if it was like a definition, I can get behind it. But
I think you're right. I think any group of emerging rich and powerful people probably try to start their own better society.
Sure. Well, even not
a good point there.
Even not necessarily rich and powerful, just maybe even crazy enough to even try whatever that means to them, whatever their philosophy is, that they think they're going to make the world a better place, like Thanos, right? If you're defining it as a term, I'm much better. The whole concept that it's a thing still and they're meeting and I don't know how they think they're going to be doing this. It's a little out there. But that doesn't mean I don't believe in Freemasons who are supposedly maybe a part of it or, I
don't think Freemasons are. Well, actually, we're going to talk about Freemasonry a little bit. I'd say more the Illuminati. But maybe
and I haven't researched a lot about the Illuminati. I've, like the Da Vinci Code talks about it. And
I don't know if you really can.
Well, that's the other thing is it's very like elusive. I don't know.
I think Da Vinci Code is a good place to study the Illuminati. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
And you get all the conspiracy theories in one.
Sure. Yeah, it's true.
It's a good movie, too.
I haven't seen the movie, have I?
Most definitely. I mean, you might have fallen asleep, but you've definitely watched it.
Okay, I gotta watch it again.
Here's the next one. I want you to look this up. I want you to look up the Denver airport's runway design and tell me what it looks like.
So if you think this is so fun, this conspiracy is so fun.
Are you talking to me specifically or general you?
Nope. Denver runway. What I want to know is you don't believe obviously any of this.
No.
But I want to know what the flip side is. Why do you think these are things? What do these things mean?
Sure, we can talk about that.
So I'm not saying we need to, but
it's way more fun though to be on the conspiracy side.
Denver runway, would you put length, map, or just
layout?
Oh, layout. Okay.
Runway layout. Hopefully that gives you what I want. I haven't actually Googled these myself, specifically like these terms.
Swastika.
Yeah. Boom. Explain to the good people out there what the airport looks like from the top.
I mean, I guess if you're looking at specifically runways, they are showing what would resemble not a perfect swastika, but a pretty dang close.
I mean, it's a swastika. It's just not perfectly symmetrical.
Sure.
That's the New World Order swastika, I think. I made that up. I don't know if the New World Order has their own swastika.
But my part for me is like the swastika is a stolen symbol from somebody else in history.
Yeah, so, but anyone post World War II, Sorry, guys. It's out. There's only one meeting.
Yeah.
Like pre-World War II, sure. There's a couple women Canadian hockey teams that are like the Edmonton swastikas because it was a peace symbol, right?
Mm. Yeah. I'm just meaning like if you're going to have like an organization that's going to take over the world, you can't steal a symbol from somebody else that's already been overplayed and overused. You got to like own your own thing.
That's true. You got to come up with your own symbol.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Also, if you were going to be a global elite group, like why would you make your headquarters a giant swastika?
That's what I mean. Is it's like
why not just make it like a square and then, be secretive if you want to be secretive?
Sure. Yeah.
Because that would be boring. You have to leave breadcrumbs for the peasants to know. But it is really laid out that way, no?
Yeah.
So
it's weird for sure.
Yeah, so obviously this is the fascist influence on the New World Order and other secret societies, obviously, stemming from Nazi Germany. Because when you have a conspiracy theory, you throw in all things that you want. It's like a garbage disposal, a little Nazism, a little Stalinism, a little Viking, a little whatever. You just make it work.
Yeah.
So
I definitely
the airport itself claims that they have those because they can land their airplanes regardless of what direction the wind and weather's coming from. There's always...
I actually kind of think that's a smart idea.
You would?
Well...
I'm just kidding. I'm sure that's what it's for.
I mean, let's
idea.
talk to a traffic control person and be like, what do they think? Because I'm sure there is actually science to that.
Yeah, it makes really actually a lot of sense. Like, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. So, poo-poo on that one.
But it is legitimately a swastika in shape, but for good reason.
Sure.
Because, I mean, it could just be, I guess, like a plus sign.
It's a pretty funky plus sign, though.
No, I'm saying you can make a plus sign. And have runways and all.
That's true.
Directions.
That's true. It doesn't have to be so swastika-esque.
Right.
But I already feel like
90-degree turns in all of them.
Your club is lame if you can't find your own symbol. I already just want to say that to you. If you're a part of the New World Order and you're listening to my podcast, which I know you're not, I think you're lame if you're going to use the same symbol.
You just got called out, people.
Same symbol that other people have used. Like, it's taken. It's gone. It's sailed away.
Yeah, the Edmonton Swastikas had that in like the 1920s for their hockey team.
That's so awesome.
It's long gone.
Really? In Edmonton?
I think it was Edmonton, yeah.
That's awesome.
Could be. Maybe it was Regina.
Now they're the Oilers.
No, it was a women's hockey team.
No. I can't say I know anything about that, but shame on me for not knowing.
Yeah.
Shame.
I have some jokes. I'm going to leave them.
Yeah. Just move on.
Just going to move on here. Okay. Couple little things left. Alrighty. The dedication stone in the airport's terminal includes the Freemason symbol of a compass in the square and the G.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah. If you're a Freemason.
I still have yet to figure out what is wrong with Freemasonness.
Nothing's wrong with it at all.
Well, that's what I'm saying is so they get clumped into like...
They do get clumped into a lot of junk.
A lot of junk, but I still don't understand why. And maybe I'm missing something. And
they are a legit secret society.
They are, sure.
But they're just a cool old
more
guy
educated
fraternity that does good stuff. The stone also mentions a New World Airport Commission.
It literally says New World Airport Commission.
Which is an organization that does not exist anywhere in the world except for the Denver International Airport.
Okay, again, I go back. That's a little sus. That is weird.
Yep.
Right?
And inside of this capstone is a time capsule to be opened in 2094.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Does it say that on there?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can go as a visitor to the Denver airport and read it, and it says to be opened in 2094.
And you'll see a big old Freemason symbol right on the middle of it. And commissioned by the New World Airport Commission, which is not a real thing.
Okay, that is super sus though. Like, is there a huge population of
I have no idea. Freemasons? Yeah, I don't know.
in like the Denver area?
I do love Freemason old buildings. Like when we live in Cleveland.
Oh, sure.
Oh, beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Even downtown. That really pretty building next to the Spokane Club
Mm-hmm.
is the old Freemason
Is it?
building.
I wonder what they do with it now.
Some kind of museum or something, I think.
I'm sure
It's gorgeous. Yeah. It's like curved and
that whole weirdness, that's weird.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie.
No, you don't have to lie. It's weird.
That's weird.
So there's also various strange symbols, numbers, letters found on the floors and the walls all throughout the airport. Very
Do we
Indiana
know
Jones and the
what
Last
type of people
Crusade-esque.
constructed the airport?
Oh, obviously New World Order people.
Okay.
These markings are said to be part of the Navajo language,
Cool.
but that would be too simple.
Would it?
Yeah.
Why would that be too simple?
Because we want these to be a more complex code of something.
Oh, right. That's what I mean, yeah, I knew that. I was just wondering for the
Because again,
audience.
if you're going to be a global secret society, you're going to leave codes all around your airport headquarters for people to figure it out.
Totally.
Because there's nothing better than being a secret, but also trying to get people to figure it out, because that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so there's this series called the Hawthorne series, which I actually think we need our son to read. Like audiobook. He would love them. But it's all that kind of stuff. Like puzzles and things for the challenge to see if you can figure them out. And this rich grandpa left them all sorts of things if they can figure it out. So
Yeah, he would love that, because he loves
he would love it.
National Treasure and those
he would
kind of
love
things.
So, but this is weird. That part is weird.
Mm-hmm. All right, I got a couple more things I want you to look up real fast, right?
Okay, I'm ready. Hurry.
I want you to look up Denver Airport Terminal A art centerpiece. How about Terminal A centerpiece?
Denver, Airport. What?
Terminal
A
centerpiece.
Piece.
What you seeing?
I don't know.
That's it.
Which one?
The one that looks like a broken roller coaster.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's the outside of the airport.
What am I looking at?
I have no idea.
An art sculpture. Art is so
It literally looks like
a broken roller coaster.
a roller coaster that a hurricane has come through and torn apart. Because again, when you land and you're so grateful that your plane didn't crash, nothing's more comforting than a jacked up looking roller coaster.
And so what is the speculation as to what this is then from those that are into this?
I don't know. I just thought they were cool to look at and be like, why in the world are these here?
There's actually nothing to do with the conspiracy about this.
Yeah, this is kind of my own thing, because I was like, these are some bizarre centerpieces.
Yeah.
So that's Terminal A's centerpiece. Terminal B's centerpiece I call Disney's Inside Out walkthrough, because it looks like a giant, like all those little balls of color. That's what it kind of looks like. And I've seen that one in real life. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, I must fly through Terminal B a lot. And then Terminal C is my favorite. It's what I call the ancient Mayan ruin / the scene from Lost. I think that's where they filmed Lost, is in Terminal C at the Denver International Airport.
Maybe they built it, if they weren't getting a lot of flights coming in, they use it as movie sets too.
Yeah. Which is, again, very comforting. Like, oh, that show is about a plane crashing. I'm going to go get on a plane now.
We should film it right here at the airport. Make everybody feel comfortable.
Just
I don't
weird
know.
Stuff, man. Weird stuff.
It is straight up weird. Yeah, I tried to look up what you're talking about with the balls from like.
I'll show you here afterwards.
But I put in the exact same thing, Denver Airport Terminal B centerpiece. I don't know if the centerpiece is throwing it off, but I don't know if I'm seeing all the things, but
they're all bizarre. That's definitely the most benign one, the Terminal B.
Okay.
So yeah, again, with all those other things, it's 25 miles from downtown Denver. Conspiracy theorists throw that out, but most major cities' airports aren't anywhere near the actual city. Mm-hmm. Like O'Hare is way outside of Chicago. Mm-hmm. SeaTac's its own town for Seattle.
Essentially, yeah.
Calgary's isn't actually that too far from downtown. I mean, it's out in the middle of nowhere, but it's pretty close to right downtown. Mm-hmm. Cleveland's was nowhere near Cleveland. I mean, it's close, but it's on the far west side. But they don't get snow out there. They don't get lake effect snow, so it makes sense that they put it there.
They put it there for a reason, yeah.
So I that doesn't really bother me,
right?
That it's out 30 miles from Denver.
I think
that's pretty normal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The fact that it is almost 34,000 acres,
that
seems bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is a very, very, very busy airport.
Right. It is a pretty
kind of right in the middle. Them and Salt Lake are pretty good hubs from the east to west, Mm-hmm. But still, it's a lot of land.
It is a lot of land.
You could be hiding a lot of things out there.
Yeah, you could.
A lot of bunkers.
Yeah, maybe they're going to develop a whole nother wing. Like maybe
condos for the elites?
I was thinking more like runways and stuff that would make their real symbol. Like it's like
the
swastika root. Yeah. And then there's we're kind of going for the same concept as the swastika represented, but we're going to change it. And so they're going to build more, and it's going to, someday it's going to mean it's closer.
I like what you did there.
World domination is closer.
It's like we're going to take these Nazi roots and we're going to expand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whoa. See?
I'm deep. I'm a conspiracy theory creator or a conceptualist.
You should start your own secret society.
I should actually start a consulting agency on how to be a good what's the word I'm looking for? How to be, if you want to start a conspiracy theory, theory to be, I'm having a hard time saying that today. That person to create that.
Not to be a conspiracy theorist.
Have your own symbol. No. How to create a conspiracy theory. You have to have your own symbol. You can't copy anyone else's, right? And all the things you're supposed to have,
I bet you there aren't a lot of those out there.
Yeah, no.
Who are consulting on.
Exactly.
For the conspiracy theories.
I would be in high demand.
Wow. You should do that. Because these guys obviously have a big bankroll, so.
I mean, yeah, if they're the ones that want to be the people to create a conspiracy theory and have people fear you or whatever it is you're going for, but specifically if we're talking about the New World Order, they need me.
Maybe you could get us to skip the next global pandemic.
Oh, don't even get me. I would, yeah. Mm-hmm. I can't even. I don't even.
So, no, like we talked about earlier, I don't believe any of these things. It is true. Denver Airport's got some bizarre art. But there's a lot of art in the world that I think is bizarre art. And I'm like, okay. I'm not really sure why anyone thinks that's
I always feel like I'm missing something.
It's like when I rode the Superstar limo at Disneyland or at California Adventure.
Yeah.
I must be the idiot.
Am I missing something here? Because I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Obviously, there is some art that it's moving. I get it. It's progressive for the time that they did it. It's this whole
things that are really beautiful.
Yeah, they're beautiful, or they evoke these emotions or whatever. There's oftentimes I'm looking at it yep.
And I really like local art.
Sure.
We have a couple pieces.
Love to support local artists.
From a gal that I really like out of Fernie, British Columbia. And it's very pretty, but kind of funky art.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That I like to buy pieces from her.
You almost got some at the Sandpoint Fair.
I did.
You were looking, or not fair, but market.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we like
bizarre,
we like art. Don't get us wrong when we're we're saying this. Like,
but I don't want a 32-foot tall satanic horse.
Yeah. So, but okay, Denver has the Denver Broncos.
And it's
so,
like a cowboy town.
Right. So I feel like I can understand the element of why you'd want a Bronco there. And in that regard, right? Maybe the artist took a lot of liberties to make it so creepy, satanic, whatever, that originally when they hired him, they're like, oh, this is not really what we had in mind. I don't know.
Maybe he just wasn't a very good artist. Like me. Like, I'm going to draw a happy person. And you're like, this person doesn't look happy. They look constipated. What did I do?
Or maybe
I don't even know how I did
he
that.
knew that he was supposed to die from this statue. And he's like, I'm going to make it look like it's supposed to kill me.
No, but it is really a very good piece of art. It's just bizarre in its look.
Yeah.
I mean, it's well done. It's well executed.
Yeah. I mean,
if you were going for a blue angry horse, you nailed it.
Yeah, if that's what you're going for. But if you weren't going for that and you're just going for like we're representing the Denver Bronco logo and just, owning that we kind of are ranchers and farmers or whatever.
Maybe you missed the mark a little bit.
Not maybe, you totally missed the mark. I mean, I know it's a horse, but that's
a satanic horse.
Yeah, that's weird. Horses are awesome and amazing and wonderful and like almost next to a dog, man's best friend, especially if you are a rancher or So they didn't do a good job. If that's what they were trying to capture. It's bizarre. You guys really should go look at these things. If you never knew any of this about Denver, which obviously I knew nothing about this.
Yeah.
And I've even been to the Denver airport.
It's one of my favorite airports to fly through.
Because of its efficientness or?
Yeah. It's got these super long terminals, so it's very easy and there's lots of food and I don't know. I just generally enjoy flying through Denver.
I think every airport we flew through when we lived out east that we had to hub at, I've blocked out of my mind just from a lot of PTSD.
I hate O'Hare.
But O'Hare is by far the one I can picture because I felt like I was in prison sometimes there.
Well, you and I, with our small children, have spent so many nights on the ground in O'Hare.
Yeah.
In like a refugee camp.
Yeah,
like people are putting
like
up like blankets
camp.
And it's
like
just
that one I have like PTSD about. All the other ones are just kind of a blur. Like I can picture certain areas and things, but they all become just a blur because I think it's a like survival mode. I'm like, let me just get to the place I'm trying to get to be able to enjoy what I'm trying to be doing.
Toronto is by far my least favorite airport I've ever been to.
Oh, I cringe. Yes. Mm-hmm. So are there any other crazy, wild, weird airports out there, people, that as we're talking about this one, that you're like, huh?
You know what I think my favorite airport is? It's kind of small.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Portland airport.
And I can't think of it at all.
And when I say I like airports, it has nothing to do with their efficiency. For all I know, it's like the worst airport in the world on being delayed or something. But just, it's kind of laid back, it's not low key, it's northwesty, little artsy fartsy, little green, lots of trees, good food.
I have zero recollection until I'm like in the moment. I'm kind of one of those people. Like I'd be like, "Oh, this is the Portland one." I remember where we flew to from there and back, at least a couple of places. But that's all I've got. But I can't picture. Maybe because it's been so long, anything from that I can think of. So it's interesting, just how our brains work.
It's true, and I've probably been in a lot of them, and more frequently than you have.
Yeah, that's probably
growing
true.
Up out here.
Yeah. Oh, that's probably true. You've probably flown out of Portland lots more than I have. I just know together I think we've only done it once. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, we were just there not long ago actually. We came through there coming home from LA or Mexico or somewhere.
Okay.
We were with my parents, but on different flights. We're on the same flight, but we both went through there.
Oh, probably San Diego.
Maybe when we came home from San Diego.
I have no idea.
Matter. I'm sure all of you are very, very intrigued by this.
Yeah, no, we need to go.
It's late.
Yep.
So anyways, be careful if you go to Denver. airport that you don't get, abducted by the New World Order.
Or just go and explore and actually take advantage of all these things. I think now I have this special appreciation. I want to fly through Denver now.
I watched a guy who had an overnight layover, and he went looking for all these things.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
That is pretty fun. Yeah, that's totally like the best thing to be doing.
Yeah, and maybe that's why they do it.
Yeah.
Because it gives people something to talk about and something to do while they're there.
Yeah, I'm sure they didn't construct all these things for like entertainment to those that are having layovers. I doubt that because it's a lot of money investment to do that. But if that's their motivation, they definitely they won the prize for that.
That's right.
So,
alrighty, everybody. Well, go Google some Denver International Airport photos. Have a wonderful week, and we will be back next week
with something else that's exciting and funky.
So funky and
weird.
Exciting. And weird. That's what I'm going to go for. Alrighty. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Bye.
Bye.